Okay, apparently, can't post comment to some destinations. Learn more. I'll be with you in a minute. I've been working on this for a couple of weeks now. Finally got it done. I've been blocked on a few platforms, or at least it seems like I can't figure out what I'm doing. So I'll be with you in a minute. I want to see if it's working on the other platforms. Yes. Okay, let me try and correct the Logitech. Logitech. This is live. I really never have anything planned. I think of a lot of things during the day. I wish I had someone just taking notes, and I just want to talk. Philosophy. Alan Watts once had something like a TED talk and said, "What is Zen?" You can look up the definition of Zen. All the Zen is based on the same logic, is it not? What is Zen? Doesn't matter. Zen is the 26th letter. The Z, okay, with the EN is going to create something in every other word that ends in EN that is 3 letters. The reason for that is that the reverse alphabet, what I do is I build, hold on a second, I build and I understand through the laws of language. This is what I believe I do. So I want to see if I can fix, I don't know what you do. Like I've ketchup here and here, right? So no one, so this is really a test right now. Um, so I'm going to see if this works. Okay. Okay. I'm going to check here on Odyssey, see what's happening. Channels here. Oh, yes. Look at that. Looks like there is a live stream in progress. Let me take a look at this. Oh, excellent. Here. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Look at that. Looks like there is a live stream in progress. Let me take a look at this. Oh, excellent. Okay. Okay, off the screen. What am I going to start with? First of all, I'm not here for nothing. There's nobody here. Nobody has shown up, but that's okay. If you're on YouTube, join me on Odyssey. I'm going to try and do a lot more videos here on Odyssey. I'm not sure what my platform should be tonight or what I should be doing. Should I continuously to explain myself? I think I need someone to join me to shape me a little bit better. I can do the work, but it's creating the shape of the work so that the element of understanding not only the easy part, which is the math work or the place of the letter in the alphabet, but also to understand how to bring all association and disassociate part of it. And one of the examples is right over here. There are many who should understand this. If I showed you this on a different scale or designed it a little bit more on the proper angles, the proper angle is 135, 45, 90, 180. That's it. Jesus was a carpenter. He is the energy. He takes the matter, which is the Christ. Together, Mars comes out and has a student. Yo, élève. from alpha beta creation. Where 1 and 2 is the reverse 5 and 6. Where yo, what they're calling in yo is the student, is the word élève, but it really is my mistake, and it was for 11. So all these mistakes and all this play is for the orphan child, the children of God. So where do I get this? Well, if you go over onto the roulette table, okay, I'm just going to look it up. Don't forget, what sounds like to you, okay, is not actually what it is. When someone from another country comes into your country and starts to speak sort of your language, but in a different tone, okay, or a different, what do you, I'm not sure what to call it, okay, I will come into here and show you this here. I'll show you this board over here. Morpheus, Orphelin, the numeric values here is, not sure if it's too close or not close enough, but here it's 1 plus 20 plus 14 plus 31 plus 9, 75. There are 5 numbers, 5 by 15, 515. So if you want to go 515 on the clock, that'll be 315 minutes. It will say ace. Over here it is 57, 3 by 19. So if you want to go 19 minutes, there's 41 minutes left. 41 is the DNA in the sun. Number 14. 57, 5 and 7, 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. This will create the 10 angel just in the mathematics. I don't know where to start. So I said, why in the mathematics? The word moon is number 57. Doesn't matter if it's 75. It's the same math. 7 times 5, 7 plus 5. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 plus 5 is 12. So I have a new design I brought out here. I hope I didn't lose the page. I got 3 books open. I've been accumulating tons and tons of scenarios. Whoa, I like that area. There's reasons why certain designs are the way they are, and there's certain things that each design is telling us. Okay, I'm going to show it to you over here. I just want to go over to my YouTube channel, and I want to see if, okay, let me see if I'm live there also. If anybody's chatting and how it works. Okay, live, it shows live over here. And it didn't say a playlist in October. Done. Save. Let me go over here, see if I really am live. I'm going to like it over here. Okay, so it really doesn't say, oh, look, I got 2 likes. Tell me somebody, oh my God, I lost myself. Where am I? So I got 2 likes, but yet it still shows that nobody's here. Okay, so where do I begin with these mathematics? Oh my God, it just doesn't stop. There's just so much information just sitting inside of me. I have to just cross my hands and do nothing at all, because there's nowhere to go. I do it and then I leave it, and I do it and then I leave it. I can see the comparisons, but if I can't show it to anybody, then, and the question is not asked, I can't show the answer because there's no question. But I will show you the basics of this over here, okay? And don't forget,
They use up 5 numbers. They use up 3 numbers. So there's 5 numbers. There's 3 numbers. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then there's 17 numbers. The rainbow gets 17 numbers plus 8 numbers over here. Well, actually, it's like that. And then you have this piece over here, right? Because there's 5 numbers over here and there's 3 here. And every number, okay, although you might see number 1, every number should have a value. And in this instance, every number has a value of 36 plus 1 equals 37, right? But it's more, because if it's a single 0 or a double 0, there'll be 37 numbers and 38 numbers on the roulette wheel. So we're going to use the single 0 because that goes along with this one. This is the single 0. The double 0, I'm not sure. I would like to call that Mars. The single 0, I'm going to call Earth. Single 0 of Mars, French. And Earth, English. I don't know why. I just wanted to say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 7 letters. I'm looking. So what happens is there's 17 and 8 is 25. And that means there will be 12 over here. Q, L, C, E. All female. All female. Okay, the male inserts himself here. The male is inside of here as well. It comes with it. C is a creation of AB. I'm trying to understand still the numbers, right? And according to some of the numbers, I'm going to see if I can find this somewhere. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. Wow. I don't know where it is. Boy, oh boy, come on. Okay, I'm going to use this one here. What happens is the highest we go is 7. That's the highest you can go. And once you get to 7, 8, 9, well, you go 7, 8, 9. You go up to the top and you go down the shaft. So you go 7, 8, 9. And then here, you start over at 1 again. So between 4 and 5, you have the spirit of the church and the moon and the sun. The spirit of the church, the moon, and the sun. This is where Jesus comes in, because the 91, okay, is 13 by 7. It comes in the deck of cards. 13 cards, okay, add up 1 through 13, okay, it equals to 91. I do association, all that associates with, and things that are professionally done, things that are used often. Remember, these are the ledgers of creation, something that is being used often. 13 by 7, 91. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 different equations. This is 28. This is also Jesus. Jesus of time on the cross. And this equals to 21. It equals to the cube. With Jesus and the cube, we get 49. We get the student of Christ. 49 equals to 8. We create it with 7 by 7. Are there other ways to create 49? We will go 3 by 13 plus 10. 9 and 4 is your creation, your birth in delta, ABC, right over here. Now, I'm going to see if I can find, you know what, I said that, and I have to show something off. So maybe look at the ceiling for now or something. I need to find something. I'm not in sync. Space-time. You want to know what space-time is? What space? Well, let's start with the basic. It starts with the letter S. It's the 19th letter.
The reverse is H. We use that for heaven. We have to go, you know, when you're teaching a computer, you teach it all with basics, basic things that are said. So what can a number say? Can I say it's the first level of 4, which is a D? Is it the second level of 4, which is an M? Is it the third level of 4? In the basic alphabet, there are many levels of 4. And being the basic 4, which is the D letter, how do you create a 4? Okay, 4 is created with 2 and 2. How is a 10 created? There is no 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 5 is the half. 1 is a divider. People in the hallway. I'm going to stay quiet for a second. I'm going to be looking for something. Hold on a second. There's just so many things. Valentine's Day also. Valentine's Day is the 45th day of the year. It is the day of the sun. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. But it is created, okay, by number 23. Number 23 comes in many shapes and forms. Different numbers create number 23. Number 35, by multiplying and adding and multiplying and adding, you will end up with 23. You will end up with 6 and 5. You will end up with 11 and 30 equaling to 41. So 23 will become 41. It is the student. It is the king, the one who wears the crown. The cube inside Merkaba, the passageway. So we're going to do this little piece here, right? I like to look at this as, I'm a little thirsty. I'm going to go get a drink and come back. Try and figure out what this looks like. And at the same time, I'm going to see, just give me a second here. I've got 3 things going on and I want to do them all. So just bear with me. This one too. So I'm just preparing 3 pieces, going to get a drink. I mean, we can do the football field here in NFL. We can do the CFL. All the numbers are going to just lead us somewhere else. Rota, Sator, Tenant, the spaceship. Okay, this. Okay, it's not in this book, but I'm going to leave this page open. Now, I'm going to go to this. I mean, even the change in your pocket, 25 cents. How many does it take to make $1? How many does it take to make 10 cents? What happened to the 60-minute clock? Why do we have 60 minutes? What happened to 100? Shouldn't it be 100% of something? Not only 60 parts of something? 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. We got our 60. We have our creation. The other part is where the creation came from. You need the manufacturing outlet for creation. You got to bring it on in, right? Bring on that creation. We are the fleshy robotics. Okay, I have all 3 lined up for what I'm going to show you. And if you want, I can also talk about 1776, how that connects to Einstein and how it's relevant to the moon, how it's relevant to Jesus, the cycle, the word angel, the word 10, the word dot, dots and dashes. Where darts fits in. Let me try and see if I remember. Colors. Colors and vibrations and love in the world. Does anybody really know what love is? Does anybody know what communication is? Does anybody really understand anymore? Okay, so let's go on to orange for rabbits, rabbit ears, R&R, and that is the communication, the Bugs Bunny rabbit for communication, and it's haute vitesse, okay? And it's high speed because Bugs Bunny replaced the Roadrunner when the Roadrunner was not there. Who is trying to catch the Roadrunner? Who is trying to catch Bugs Bunny? If creation is spoken in the words and the geometrics of today, including the shapes of our numbers and the shapes, the geometric shapes of our letters, extending from sticks and stones known as dots and dashes or Morse code. Hey, Mighty Mouse, how you doing? Been a long time. The lines of arrow ship. Which one? This one or this one? See this one, see down here, you have to go to the top of the building and the next building. If I would have separated this, this would have been the old towers and this one would have been the new tower. This is an obligation design because of two numbers, the 6 and the 9. That's where this comes from. It's only the 6 and the 9. I don't do art. I connect logistics. I do logistics. Dots and dashes. Dots and dashes create our alphabet. And the numbers, put a 1 on top of a 7, it turns into a number 4. It's like magic. And if I want to talk about, if everybody is saying, well, where is the word of God? How come he didn't send it to us? How come it's him? It? Who? Who didn't send it? It was given right to us. It's right on our lap. It was intertwined and interchanged, and now they call it that alphabet that I use. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, W, W. You want to double me? Double me up. You know, when do they double you up? When do they double you up? They double you. What does it mean to double one up? You know, if you put out 10 chips at a casino and you give him back 20 chips, well, including his, that would be doubling it up. No, so that would be 2 to 1. So double me up. So what did I become with 2 and 1? Well, the reverse of 2 and 1 is 5 and 6, and that is the creation of the student in the sun. Why? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 6 and 5. 5 and 6 is 11. 5 and 6 on a cube is the reverse of 1 and 2, which is alpha beta creation. 1 and 2 equals to 3. 5 and 6, the reverse equals to 11, so that's 3 and 11. And now if you're playing pool, that's a perfect match for pool because the 3 ball and the 11 ball, they're both red, okay? So we can go there. There's 8 in between, and 8 and 3 are very specific in the game of Baccarat. So 3 and 11, 1 and 1 is 2. In fact, it is 11 that creates the 3. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, and also the beginning of the Fibonacci count of 1 plus 1 equals to 2, 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So in 3 instances, 1 and 1 has created 3. And another thing I want to bring up is the countdown, right? When they do the countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. But wait a second. They're counting down 10, but where did they begin? Where are they going to begin the countdown? Because, let me see where I wrote this down here. Where did they begin the countdown? I know I wrote it down. I've been writing down so many things. I'm so busy. I'm so busy and doing nothing. They wrote the countdown. Please let me find this. Relax. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Okay, let me look at it in this book here. Okay, let me look at it in this book here. The countdown. You know, when you bar the 66 in craps, right? That means you're barring 11 because that is the reverse. You're letting go 1 and 1 creation, but you're barring the 66. You're barring the I angel. 9 and 18, 3 by 6, 3 plus 6. The I and R are barred there. Together they are 1. Not every letter and multiplication and numbers can create that except for the 3 and 6. And it takes, what does it take to create 36? We can go 6 by 6, 36, but what star can we create? Is it only by multiplication that we can create 36? Or can we do a star system like we can do with 27? 6 times 3, 6 plus 3 equals 9 and 18, 27. Where did we get 3 and 6 from? Well, 7 times 7 and 7 plus 7 equals to 14, equals to 49, equals to 63. And that 77 happens to be the Christ. So there's a whole interchanging of guards and numbers. And let me look for this one piece. Oh yeah, I keep losing a page and this page and that page. Stick with me. Okay, I got this one. Oh yeah, here's another one I did. I can do this one also. So let me see what I got here. Oh yes. And then what happens when you work with threes? I'm still all over the place. I don't even know what I was talking about, right? I'm going to tell you what I was talking about. Wow, I'm like all over the place. I don't like this. I don't like this. Let me think for a second. Okay, I got that. Okay, so where was that 7 times 7? I'm going to do it again. 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 equals to 14, equals to 49. You minus it and you add it, equals to 63 and 35. So we just have to keep following the math and how to create that number, not using any more than 1 through 9, right? And there's so many things because when I went to school, they taught us the cross system. Where in the cross system, the top right, okay, was plus plus. The bottom left was minus minus. The top left was plus minus. The bottom right was minus plus. So this was a guide inside the numbers, and it was telling me, okay, that if I have a 0, 9, right, it's already telling me it's either the 45-degree angle or 135 degrees. They are the same thing, reverse. There's nothing else. That is the sun system. And yes, there's a wobble. Of course there's a wobble. The area space has a wobble to it. And the main area space needs a larger wobble in order for its own movement. Do you understand? I need, for this area space here, I need my own wobble in order to do this, do this, do this, and do this, right? To go around. The main thing is not on the outside of the hole, it's inside. So when it goes around, okay, so it goes from here to here. And I'm going to just make a small design of this. And the small design of this is, let's say this is the core over here, right? And you take and you do that 45, 135. There's an area space over here to this part. This is the center of the area space. So you take that and you do this, and you take that and you do this. And this is what I call the delta sun angle, if you want to call it that. 13 and 12, the E and the G, the male and the female, the polarity. 1 and 2 is 3, 1 and 3 is 4.
excuse me. So this is what an area space takes up. This area space is the moon birth and our vibration over here. This is where we are born between 180 and 270. Okay, so we are born on this 90-degree area. And don't forget, there's an area space here, and an area space here, and an area space here. I don't know what these area numbers are for this space. I'm assuming it's 9. Okay, so that would take me to, let's say, 280. I don't know, something to do with coming up to day 304. Right? Halloween happens to be coming into the 11th moon. I think it's 4 days prior to the 11th moon. I think the 11th moon is on the 308th day of the year, and Halloween is on the day of DC. So this is an absolute obligation for its own area space, the area and then the space around the area. We also had the pool table, which I was telling you the reverse in this pool table is number 37. So 3 by 37 equals 111. And then five by 37 equals to 150, and 35 equals to 185. So I don't know what it means yet. This will reduce to the cube and number 1. This will be a AC, a combination. This one comes out of Mars over here. And once again, this is the sun and the birth through Mars, because of 18 will create 9 and 5, or it will create 1 and 4. So that is the birth through 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 plus 3 equals to 5 times 5 equals to 30. Plus 6 equals to 11 equals 19 and 41. So it is the spirit of the DNA in the sun. The church comes in under this strand over here. So you saw when we started with this and we ended up with this. They're both 55. But when multiplied, this will become 6 and this will become 4. This will end up becoming DC, the mathematics, which will be the half-life according to the cube. Yeah, I'm a little stuck here. The magnets have stuck everything together. So this is just not an assumption. This is that reality. So by understanding the mathematics, this area will be 12 by 37, right? But if I want to sharpen it up and keep it even slow, instead of 12 by 37, I can just relate this area to this area over here. It's a direct match. And if you ask why, 3 by 37, when I reduce this to a Pythagorean count, the 37 and the multiplication is the same. 1 and 2 and 3, they are the same. Okay, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, okay, will create 1 and 2. So it is 11, okay, that creates 12. Oh, no, it just seems that way. Well, wait. We're building pieces and parts. It is what it is. Take it the way it is. Let me look at Mighty Mouse. I'm sorry I didn't look. The Aurora ship. Good evening. The other one. It is within us, 11:9, beginning and completion. Right, you know, and before you step into the house, the one foot was out the door, right? We're not talking about alternate laws. We're talking about basic laws. You know, like the handicap zone, right? There is a handicap zone. So anyways, this one becomes the same as this one. Now, what about this one over here? Well, this one over here becomes of what this one is. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal to the 5. So each one has its own relationship. This one is both related to this one and this one. 8 is a total of these two over here. 1 and 7 is 8. This is 8. 17, okay, tells me about a wall, either this way or this way. 3 and 5, if I want to use it as 3 and 5, okay, I'm not sure which way to take this, okay? I'm just showing you. It completes a square. And x gets that square. or you can fill that in according to games. And the reason for that is because that's the way it works in the game of roulette. Okay. A line in between two numbers is 17 to 1. Right on the number is 35 to 1. But anyways, that's an Irish kite. I don't like dealing with that. We were talking about how do we get 36. I had a whole equation for this. It was just perfect. I mean, I'm all over the place. I hate it. I had a whole equation for 6 times 3 equals to 18R. 6 plus 3 equals to 0.9 equals to 27. There was an equation. That created this 36, and it wasn't 63. I don't remember what it was. It's a little upsetting. But just to note that there are, I don't care if it's 36 or 36.0, but there are 4 times this in order to create the 1440 minutes in our day. Our day can be consistently broken up into how many parts? 2 parts. Whoop, everything disappeared on my screen. It can be broken up into 2 parts. It can be broken up into 3 parts of 8, 4 parts of 6, 6 parts of 4, 8 parts of 3. That can be our day, 12 parts of 2. Each one of these mathematical equations is telling us a different story. So we have to understand the difference between 3 and 4. There is a great understanding between the differences of 3 and 4. If I draw a line 4 over to 3 or 4 over to 3, I end up dividing the 2 boxes. When I want to draw a line between 8, 7, 7. When I want to draw a line between row 8 to box 6, box 8 to box 6, the mathematics was 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is created through the 7th gate. Then what about number 5 and 9? 5 times 9. Let me hold on a second. Which one? What about 5 and 9? Well, if I come up with the boxes, 5 by 9 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 by 9 is 45, 4 and 5 is 9. They also head through the 7th gate. Give me another equation. I'll give you the reverse of this one. Is 53. 5 times 3 equals to 15. 1 and 5 equals to /6. 5 plus 3 equals to 8. So we have 6 and 8 again. I have 6 and 8 again. 3 and 5 will create 6 and 8, as 2 and 4 will create 6 and 8. Doesn't make any sense, but this one equals to number 23. This one equals to number 14 when added. You see what happened? What happened with 2 and 4 will give me number 14 equaling to 5. With 5 and 3, it's giving me 2 and 3 equaling to 5. This shows up, okay, on the roulette board between the numbers 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. What happens, okay, what happens is I'm not going to design it exactly. Oh, okay, you got to go. Yeah, so go behind the computer. So what happens is this area, okay, there are, well, yeah, so there are, no, that's not what it is. There's, oh God, okay. Okay. This is 16, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Here is 23. Here is 14. Red to red to red to red to red. These two are black over here. All I do is I run this line down here and this line up here. I'm going to do this slower. Okay, the line goes like this. This is what the line looks like. I didn't have to do those corners. I shouldn't have done that. So I do that, and then what happens is I draw a line to here, and draw a line to here, and draw a line down here connecting the numbers, and I have a cube. I can draw it either this way or I can draw it the other way. Okay, and this is the way what this 3 divides the 6 areas over here connecting. And this area is 14, and this is 23, and this is all red. The inside is the black, and the whole area space over here is number 17. 17 through 20 over to 23, including 16 and 19 and 18 and 21. And what's funny about this, it's the 7th inning stretch. After 6 innings of play, there are 7 by 3 outs, and there are 6 by 3 outs going into the bottom of the 7th. So we're going to jump off of this. I don't know why we jumped onto that. There are so many things going on. Obligations. If these two are together, then these are apart. If anything is all together, see, apart, you create the star, and it is a square. When together, you're obligated to create the triangle. You're not going through the heart. Here, you would be going through the heart of the area. Here, you are not going through the heart. Transformation is this way. H and I. What does I do? What does H do? Or is this H and this I? Which one is which? Unless I would recreate it this way. So let me keep going down. Halloween, the 304th day of the year. You know, you might be able to see 6 lines, but if I connect these two together, and these two together, and these two together, and these two together, then everything would be running out of this one over here. 1 connecting into here, 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 connecting into here. And somehow this would be some sort of exhaust. Anyways, I'm looking for what has a core and what doesn't have a core. Here's a pole going through 4, so the minimum is 6. If you had the Star of David, right? Look at the Star of David, the Magen David. If I design the Magen David, you will see this. Just there's different ones, and these are the poles. You see the way it looks like it's going through it this way? Look how low my pen is. And this one, right, looks like it's standing completely up through here. Actually, I think this one looks like it's standing up. This one is tilted over. So what would it look like? What would it look like? Would it be this way? No, it would be this way. I'm just trying to see if I brought it that way and I brought this that way. No. What if I brought it that way? I'm just trying to come on. I'm just trying to see what's going on here. That's not funny, you know. That's really not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. Come on. I can't concentrate as it is. Come on. Come on. Beginning and completion. Okay, the cat's You think my cat has a hard time in this place? This cat has been here for a few years. What do you think she thinks about this? Anyways, you can see the way this is starting to, where's my pen? You can see the way this is starting to come down, and then there's the obligation. So now we're going down. We're going down the obligation. And that's what turns out from that Star of David when you take it to another level. Yes, she is adorable. That's for sure. That's for sure. Have you ever seen a movie camera? Right? I just take an X and I just create it a little bit larger, becomes the cube. They had to show us the truth, right? Here's where the center joins itself. So what happens if the center joins itself? It could be a flower where it all comes together and then there's a stem that comes out of this. I don't know. I want to get rid of, put this book away already. Earth, Mars. One separation, two separations. Mars has 2 moons, Earth has 1 moon. All it needs to do is control this part. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, they all get numbers. Maybe I should go over this before I go on. Mercury has a numeric value of 103. The first letter is an M, 1 and 3 is 4. The numeric value 1 and 3 is 4. Venus is number 81, 8 and 1 is 9. Earth is number 52, 5 and 2 is 7. Mars is number 51, 5 and 1 is 6. Now, 7 and 6 equals to 13, 1 and 3 equals to 4, 51 and 52 equals to 103. So both Earth and Moon have the numeric value of Mercury, okay, which also gets, I don't know why it gets number 24. Why did I mark that? 24, 29, 1, 48. Why did I mark that? Jupiter only got 6. I have to think. $48. Earth gets 1. 1 and 50. Oh, yes. 103 minus 29. Hold on. 24, 22. Okay. It should have been 22. 22 is the number for life. 22 is for life, and it's the calling of the ape. I'm going to explain this. My work has to do with he said, she said. It has to do with rules, regulations, and call-outs. Call-outs are part of the game. When you play the game of blackjack, in which the number where you stand is you stand on Q, and the point we have arrived in time in hearsay is all about Q. Q is the 17th letter. It is also noted on the 12th card, which is a wing, which is the queen in the deck of cards. The 12th letter is an L, which is a wing. 1 and 2 is 3, so it's made up from alpha beta creation. Alpha beta creation. The monkey. We call for the monkey. Did you know that Q is the 21st letter for blackjack and U is the 21st letter for blackjack and Q is the 17th letter? And that is the standing on and getting paid 1.5 times. The 1.5 times, 3 to 2, is the same thing in calculatable odds as it is in payouts, as it is in creating the same numeric value of 11, and it all extends through Mars. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 6 and 5.
2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 6 and 5. Extends from Mars. So this comes from blackjack. So, and the average is 182 in blackjack, or 18.2. And that is your Venus beta birth. So in blackjack, when you get 12, now remember what 12 is. Remember what 12 is. It is the reverse of creation. Or is it is the polarity of creation. That's what 12 is. The game, the seventh gate, the game of the cube, where they go and they pray to the cube, but yet you deny to look at the cube. And when you go to Las Vegas, where all the numbers are and the ledgers are being built, the greatest operations in Bitcoin through Las Vegas, and all the numbers, where all the numbers are being built, blackjack, BJ, creation, 2 and 10, the blue world, if you're looking at the moonway through the game of pool, where there are 8 solids and 7 stripes. It is 8 is the highest for the solids, and 6 is the solids for the stripes. It is the 15 ball and the 8 ball, regardless of where it ends up. It is the last ball in that suit. The first and the last is 1 and 8. And in the second agenda, the 1 and 6, which is the half-life resemblance of what is opposites on the cube. The monkey is, they're always calling for monkey, not only in blackjack, but they're calling it in baccarat also. They're looking for the monkey. They're looking for a picture card. They're looking for the 10 card. They're looking for a 10. They want a monkey. That's what they're calling for. So in blackjack and baccarat, where else do they call for the monkey? And most often or not, it is the 10 card, which means they have added on to creation of 66. 1 plus 2 plus 3, A, B, C equals 6. I will show you when the roads divide. The numbers will tell us when the roads divide. We will only follow the numbers, forgetting that where the numbers came from as their geometric shape. How many area spaces do we need to create a number or a letter? We're not going to get into it right now. I'm going to use what whoever they were gave me. If it's in the conscience, we will think about it. This comes off of it. It is not a 3x3. It is a 3x3 functional and how to function. And since this is on the side, this is towards the center, it's telling me there's a band on it. There has to be more than one. There's different ways to set things up in sets of 3s and in sets of 4s and in sets of 3s and in sets of 4s. One will create a star, one will create torus, like I showed you when circles come together. So they're calling for a monkey, they're calling for a 10, they're calling for an ape, and there was something that I didn't finish from before, and I just remembered what it is. Just give me a second. It has to do with the countdown. It has to do with the countdown. Wow, I like to show you all these pages. I can't. Okay. And now the monkeys are standing up, so everything is coming into light. Okay, I found it. And I'm taking a 2-minute break. I'm going to get something to drink. Give me a minute. Aye, blood, you good? Yeah, I am good. Little Pop, you just show up. Just give me a second. I'm just going to put that up here for a second. I'm going to go over to my fridge, get something to drink. You can take a look up at the
What's going on up there? My cat wants to go out. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, the alphabet, the cards. Give me a minute there. I'm going to be back in a minute. I need to figure out something here. Just give me 1 second. I'm just on a little break, putting things together. I can't find, I'm missing something. Okay, here it is. I got it. Finally found it. Yes. So I've got a couple of things to show. This is the first reel. I'm really excited tonight. This is the first time. I don't know what it is. I was happy. I was never doing lives. I was very nervous, but I'm really energized, and I keep coming up with a whole lot of new stuff, at least for myself. And it's hard to explain everything. I have to explain exactly what I do with the numbers and why I do it. I follow systems like gematria and Pythagorean, bringing things down to a single digit. I multiply and I add. Multiplying separates everything into 1/8 boxes. Adding separates everything into 4. So it's either 8 or 4. But the 4 holes. Okay. Okay. So when you cross a line, you cross a box. When you cross a box, you cut the box into 2. You cross another line this way, you cut it into 4. You've now created an above and a below and a side to side, that if you would put a spot in the center and put rivets all around, you can cut a hole in the center, and now you would be passing through all 4 areas. But I don't want to get into that. I'm not sure who's the first time here. If you want to take a quick look at the deck of cards. Okay. The Jack, Queen, King, okay, and 10 are monkeys. I have to understand a little bit more why. Okay. 2 things about monkeys. In Baccarat, it won't change the situations. It'll just end the matter. There might not need to be a draw of a card. It's called in for certain reasons. In blackjack, usually they want a monkey. That is to bust. My other question is, I might be slightly wrong. In blackjack, it might be any card that will make you go over 21. Remember, over 21, they're not telling you what number it is. And the most anybody really has ever gone over in blackjack, right, playing under the basic laws of the game, right, because you can pull a 10 and get 31, right? Seriously, you can get 31 in blackjack. Okay, but under the laws, you can also get 33 because ace is 11. But you can't have, if you have 3 aces, I mean, you only have 3. So if you have 21 aces by 3, you have 63. You arrived at that Christ has created the student, but you're only allowed 1. And that's 11. So if you get, anyways, I didn't want to get into that. So it's usually 16 and 10. So 26 is the greatest you can get, and that would be God. 25 would be earth. 25 would be communication. 23 would be the creation of the student, created by many, many, many entities. Number 23 is a highly created number. Maybe because I found more in the number 23 or 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, regardless. So here we have number
1. Here we have number 3. I no longer need the 1 because I have it in 3. Now I have the 2. I don't need the 2 or I don't need the 1. I'm not going to decide yet. The 4 is not like any of them. And if you write this down, what they do first is usually the gold. It is at the end of the rainbow that is beyond reach. Some other planet, the planet gold. Yet those left behind are the silver on one side of the podium, pole, the pole to everything, the pole to what is on the outside of the inside of the donut. If it is the ace and you are playing darts, it is the red 50. If it is the 2 and the 3 on each side, you are now into the green zone, number 25, Earth. If you are 4, you are on the outside, you're one of any number. Adding it up is 210. You have now created a passage through the girth of the moon, 2160, 9 by 24. Everything I speak about, you will find in real numbers online and also connected to the Mayans. Even my art is connected to the Mayans. I don't draw the design from them. I just do what any young child would do. Or how about the child that I am from my birth growing up and everything I've learned that I haven't forgotten, that I brought along with me, that one day I might use it, said the teacher. 10, the 4 is your polarities where everything changes. This is the first time TH comes out. 28, the cycle, 1 ounce. 1 ounce is only part of 16, the half-life, and it told me in weights and measures 16 ounces to a pound. How many pounds equals to what? What do we need to calculate? 2.2 pounds life into a metric. What are we going to do next, or should we stop? So everything stops after A, B, C, and we just have to note that A and B is inside of C. So we bring it together. D, look at that. Number 4 is the complete outside of 3, the only true 7. The only true 7 are these two right here. But you will find that inside the 6 is the 4. So you know what? We're going to get rid of the 4. It's got another 2. It's inside the 3. Got a 1 inside the 3. We've got a 9. We're going to keep it. Not sure what to do with the 3 anymore. Might not need the 3. I'm going to get rid of the 3. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the 3. I'm going to keep the 2 instead. I don't need the ace because the ace is inside the 9. You see the position of the ace inside the 9. Don't need the ace. So I'm going to keep these 3. And hold on a second. Number 7, right? See number 7 and number 6, right? I got all the same points except number 7's got the little thing. So I won't use the 6 because I got everything in the 7, right? Well, wait a second. What about number 8? Number 8 is just like number 7, and it's even got the extra 2. So I don't need the number 7. I'll just use the 8. So now we're left with these 3 cards. 2 times 9, 18. 2 times 8, 16. 9, 7, and 9. 2 plus 9, 11. 2 plus 8, 10. 10, 11, 21. 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 9, 18. 34. 34 plus 11 and 19. 34, 44, 53. Anyways, 2 times 9 times 8 is 144. 1,414 minutes in a day. 8, 9, and 2 is 19, the spirit of the church of 12 by 12, 144. Area space, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, creating 5. So yeah, these are the 3 cards left over. 9 times 8, 72, and 17. That is your high heaven, or I just like to say your high Q. So we're going to get rid of the cards, and I'm going to go on to show you what the countdown is, what I mentioned before. Where would they start at the countdown? Don't they say T minus 10? Is that what they say, t minus 10? So if they say t, why not start from t? I don't really know. I mean, have I ever seen you before? Aye, blood, you look good. Sounds like a pirate. You know, when I repeat what others say, and I look at the picture or the name or something, aye, blood, you good? For he art thou cometh from the past. Creation through computers and recreating through the fleshy robotic. The end receiver, the bunny rabbit. The final frontier, what can never be repeated again because we are those EIs. We are not AIs, we are EIs. There's a difference between an AI and an EI. The AI, the A, okay, is like this, okay? The E, okay, takes up, I'd have to show you the artwork, but more or less, I'm going to show you the math that goes with it. EI, EIO, EI, EIO. No, hold on a second. Do I do that first? No, sorry. We're going to do the countdown.
See, since it's T, and T in gematria, right? We're going to show you, hold on a second. Oh boy. Here, T in gematria is right here. That's where T is. Okay, it is the 20th letter. So when we go the countdown, T minus, okay, when we go T minus 10, are we going from, don't forget, this has to be mirrored. We might be doing, starting up here, okay, on the minus side, and then going down this way. Maybe there are situations where the total of 12 means 3 come from the other side. This is very complicated. Let me explain it to you. What happens is I go, there's 9 numbers here. If there was another set of numbers here making it 12, what would they be? That's right. It would be what? What would be here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would just continue the same thing. So the fourth set of numbers is the same thing as the first set of numbers, leaving us on to the next strand. So every fourth one brings us on to the next strand, right? 4 goes on to the next strand. So really between each one is only 2. And there's a relationship to Tesla in this. So here we go into the 7th gate. So you are going to do the countdown. And the countdown is going to be, hold on a second. Again, I lost my page. Hold on a second. I got excited and I lost the page. Got to remember this page. Got to remember that. This has to be understood. And I'm not sure if I should use O over here or use A over here. If I use O, I am using the 15th letter. That means everything going this way will have to end at number 14. 14, 14, 14, 14, 28 gives me the cycle of the moon. What else does 14 do? I don't know. I'm thinking. And then is there an area space that starts off the next row? Anyways, just let me look for what I was looking for. Yeah, anyways, oh my God, I stopped on this. Jupiter's number 99. The difference between Mars and Jupiter, okay, is 48, and that is equal to the Sun or Pluto. The difference between Earth and Mars is only the one spirit. The difference between Venus and Earth is the birth. Between Mercury and Venus is life. Between Earth and Jupiter is Jesus of time. between Saturn and Earth is the sun of the DNA of the sun, and then the communication through Uranus, and then polarity between Neptune and Earth, the third planet and the eighth planet. Okay, let me go into something else here. I'm saying it because that's what it is. What can I'm not saying anything, and I have explanations for everything, obviously. Obviously. Mustard and ketchup, condiments, Halloween. I think I'm going to throw this book onto the side. Let me see if it's in this book. Anyways, I'm just gonna explain it to you. I'm not gonna fool around no more. It's getting late, okay? So the what happens? No, I have to do it over here. I'm gonna have to show you over here. So what happens is it's T minus 20. When they're doing the countdown, okay, it's T minus 10. They're starting at number 20. Okay, I don't believe they're starting at 10. If they did start at 10, okay, I'm going to explain to you what 10 is. Okay, 10 is A plus B plus C plus D equals to 10J. Okay, another 10 is A plus I, B plus H, C plus G, all equal to 10, and then D plus F equals to 10. These are other 10s. Then there's combinations that create 10. That is the angel of Saturn. Actually, it's the Saturn sky. Saturn sky of freedom. That's what it's supposed to say, okay? So when you start at 20, okay, you go 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Your blast off is on 10. Your 1020 is your location. Your division over here is between 13 and 14 and 12 and 13. There's a division between these three numbers. One of the reasons for the division, 1 plus 2 and 1 plus 3 equals to the value of 3 and 4, which is a cube polarity. They are just the reverse of each other on the cube. Number 12 is part of creation. It is created from 11. Number 13 is the polarity of 3. Number 14, according to gematria, according to this over here, okay, these two are equal. They both have the same value. So if they both have the same value, when you create the design for that, when you create the design, what happens is when you get to number 7, it's a point. But when you get to the M and the N, they're equal. So it automatically does this, and then it does this, and then it does this. That's what your gematria does, and that's what M and N does over here. This area over here. Do you want to call it your heaven? I don't know. I don't know what to do with the design. I'm just showing you. But if you do look, it's a separation of 77, the Christ. Now, if you go down over here to the 7th gate, and then you go 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. You went down 4. You went to the 7th gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Should I be doing this? Or should I just do what I did? 7, 8, 9, and then you start 1, 2, 3, 4. When we cut up, when we match, we're going to match singles. I'm going to match each individual single on the outside of the area space. Watch what happens when I connect these two. When I go to connect 55 with my freedom, here's 55. two numbers show up, although one shows up here, but two will show up here. This is your memory, 512 memory. Here is your gateway, 4344, 7 times 7 times 7, 343. This is the spirit of the church, 3 and 4. This is where everything separates, but yet it's joined. This is area space, and this is 5, 3, and 4. This is where RD and TH meet. You can say it was third and fourth. And fourth doesn't stop there. It goes all the way to 20th. Okay? Fourth, this one is 20th. Tie, TH. Tie up, time heaven. Remember, in counting, it is 1 through 9, and then 10 through 19, and 20. The French say it, and so do the English say it. In French, it's separated, but you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 is two numbers, and then everything else to the end is two numbers. But it's not only that. I wish I can use a separate piece of paper. 1 through 9 and 10 through 20. But when I look at this, it doesn't seem right. It should be 1 through 10 and then 11 through 20, because we're counting down. And 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 and 1 is 2. So if they're counting down that way, why should I be counting up when it's more relevant when I'm counting down? So this is what I get here. So we're counting down from 20, and we end up over here. So anyways, when we get to the next one, we end up 2 with 7 and 8. And the fabrication of this is 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. This is your gateway. This is the student. This is where I believe we come together, right over here. These four create everything. They create the whole 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. So therefore you equal to 1. Is that what it is? These two, okay, are from the sun. These two numbers over here, sun and area space. It's funny that space, okay, equals to 44, which is created by 84 or 48, whichever way you want to go. And there's other ways to create this. And it means more than one thing because, 2 times 4 equals to 8. If I would have went 3 and 6, okay, it would have been half of it. If I would have went 2 and 4, it would have been half of it. And what's ironic about this is that, see the 8 over here, right? The 3 and the 4 are reverse of each other. And so is the 8 and the 6. They're also the reverse of each other. 6 and 2 equals 8. 1 and 5 equals 6. They're the reverse on the cube. I don't know if I can take it off. I can't get it off. Well, anyways, you've been here long enough to know. So, yeah, so for me, it's a countdown, and they're counting down from 20 to 10. And what's different about this is because the French, okay, they separate 17, 18, 19. Okay, there's a separation. They also separate 10 through 19, as well as an individuality towards number 20. What is 20? It is 4 times 20 equaling to 80. That is how you say 80. When you get to 90, it's 4 times 20 plus 10 equaling to 90. Or it is 60 plus 10 equaling to 70. So the French have told us what to do with the numbers. Okay? They just like threw it out at us. At 60, you're running with this group over here. Okay? See this over here? With 60, you're running with this group over here. See 70, right? You end up saying the beginning group, the 10 over here. Since you're saying the 10, is that an A, B, C, D intro? Saying it's I'm introducing in 60, 10. But at the same time, I'm going to introduce to you actually so this is actually what's going on here, right? Your standout is countdown at 10. Standout countdown at 10, it's a call number. Standout countdown at 20, it's a call number. Your first area you get is 19. Your last area you speak is 11. The first area here you spoke at 10, at 20. 20, oh, right. You leap off of 20, but you're only in the air at 19. You leap off of 10, you're only in the air of 1. Okay, and then there's blast off, we don't call, right? The plane is, two things have happened. Blast off, the plane is left the ground. So these are your combinations. So this is what's separated in French, because this is how the French call out the numbers. So they've separated. So since they've separated 10, 20, and 30, I'm going to separate 1, 2, 3 as 10, 20, 30. So we no longer need 10. We no longer need 20. We no longer need 30. We no longer need 60. We no longer need 70. We no longer need 80. And we no longer need 90. Well, sorry, it's because this in its own is speaking about 90. This in its own, it can be speaking about, 10 is speaking about 60 and 90. But 90 gets the 30 because it includes both 10 and 20. This is the relationship. Tell me different. Tell me something different. I just want to see. Do we have any more comments? No. Do you understand what's going on? I'm getting a little thirsty here. I'm just going to go for a quick. Little drinky. Finish that one, eh? Okay, I am back. I am back for some more. Let's see where we are going to go next. Did you understand what was going on there? Do you understand what this is? This is only a grill. The grill comes from the gematria, counting, and numbers. Can I do other numbers? Of course I could. But I've been at this 15 years and I can't get everything at the same time. It's a slow procedure. It's one step at a time. It's because I believe that we will find truth. The Word of God will open up beliefs and understanding to a different vibration inside the Word. Maybe we can ledger this new way of thinking through what the Word says and the geometric shapes say, based on if this was a pre-programmed created world that we live in. Everything we speak is only based on how we can consciously ask certain questions or hear certain things that we can want to know more. So anyways, the cubes are telling stories. Everybody knows the cubes are telling stories, right? The cubes are telling stories. I wanted to do one of those stories with you, but let's just go over here. So if we have number 13, right, we're going to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right here. 12 is right here. 13 is here. 14 is here. DNA in the sun through Mars, the sun and Mars. 16 is here, the gateway to the halfway house. 17 is where Q is, the heavens. 18, okay, this is where Venus comes in. 18 and 19, okay, which is R and S, come in through A over here. And this is all resemblance to the seventh gate, right? All to the seventh gate. And then we can also say, I'm not sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is moved over here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is if I take into regard from the top. Forget about that. We went up 7. We're going to see how much we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this would be 7 or 4. Jesus Christ of time. Let me see. So we did the countdown starting actually at 20 because T is 20. Space is 44. Time is 47. 91 is the spirit of the church. And it is only 1/4. 91 is only 1/4. (91) times 4 equals to 364. 28 times 13 equals to 364. 13 times 7 equals to 91. So this, okay, is going to tell me the cycle, and the combination, it's going to end up telling me cycle in the dark sun. 28 is dark. 13 is M. Meth. METH. This comes over here. 13th letter, 1 and 3 is 4. 364. Creation through 0 Zion. Creation of DC. This is the half-life. This can also say 314, but if it says 314, it'll sort of be, okay, let me not get into that. So that's 364, and we are going to add on another 91 equals to 455. And the reason I add that in is because the diamond suit, okay, counts for 91 more. The diamond suit counts for 91 more because this shape can be seen the same way up or down in the suit as to where a club looks different upside down. You know, it looks like somebody with glasses or something. That'd be the club upside down, you know. And this one would be anyways, let me get back to where I was going with this. So that 91 was only 1/4, and that's really of what it is. Earth is only 1/4. 1/4 you can be marking at 25. 1/4 you can be marking at 1/4 like this. If it's 1/4, there's 3/4 missing, which is also 57, 75, or 555. And this ends up to be Jesus Christ, energy, matter. 14 are the sun angel DNA. And where do I get all this from? 77 is the word Christ. 77 is the word matter. Energy is 74. Jesus is 74, 77. 1 times 4, or the 14th letter in the alphabet. Which way do you want to go get it? I can go A, B, C, D, equaling to JD, right? But the French are telling me, okay, the only time I separate and create a 10 is when you get to 17. So I need to understand a little bit better what 14 is. 14, I know, is the encompass of a cube. It's three parts of the cube. You see, the cube is 3 parts. That's what it is. The cube is 3 parts. I wanted to show you something about 3 and 4, what the difference. When you have 3 and 4, when you have 3 and 4, right, I can separate it this way. But in order to separate it any way, I will have to separate it this way. When I separate it this way, it tells me Mars. When I separate it this way, it tells me Earth. What does that mean? Well, since the numeric value for Mars is number 51, and the numeric value for Earth is number 52. Okay, well, I made this bigger. The actual design for fixed size is this. You cannot draw any more lines. I must follow the cells. These are whole cells. You know, you look under a microscope for a cell. Well, these are the ones I work with. This is just like looking under the microscope, but there's just lines. They call them the pound. They call them, there's all kinds of names for this. So because Mars is numeric value 51, and the same way to do this would take this kind of square here, which would be 2 by 2, or it would be this square over here, and that would be 3 by 3. And that would tell me the difference between Earth and Mars. Now, I still have to understand there's other metrics to understand. If I show you this kinds of lines, right, try and think that one of them is the pole. So if one of them is the pole, and we took it as this to be the pole, the other ones are going all the way around. It means there's no separation between here and here. And this area over here and this area here has been cut in half. Just something to think about. Yes. The rotation. Let me just make my screen a little bit bigger. Okay, I like to look at this in rotation. If you take a look at number 2, 7, and 6, okay, I take 2, 7, and 6, and I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put it here, 2, 7, and 6. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put it here, 2, 7, and 6. And then I'm going to turn it, I'm going to put it here, 2, 7, and 6. So that's 4. When I come back here again, this is my 5th one. I'm going to put 2, 7, and 6. So what was it? I came into this one. 1. I came from this one into this one. Move number 1. Into this one, move number 2. Into this one, move number 3. And move number 4. Back into the same one. I started again. There are 4 moves. But it looks like 5 when you're counting from the position you stand on. But if you're standing on this position, there's only 3. So rotation is 3 and back to the way you were. 3 and back to the way you were. Each one of these calculations, don't forget, when you see your telephone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Where do you see this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is the design that will go with this? This is magic square. Or 2 away from 4 is 2. 7 away from 3 is 4. 6 away from 8 is 2. 2, 4, 2. 4 away from 8 is 4. 9 away from 1 is 8. 4. 4, 8, 4. 8 away from 6 is 2. 3 away from 7 is 4. 4 away from 9 is 2. 2, 4, 2. So I'm just trying to see 2 over to 7 is 5. Down to 6 is 1. Just trying to see if there's anything special. Besides, what's special about this is that if you add them up, okay, they all add up to 15. They all add up to 15, right? So I turned them all around. So that's that piece of work. Okay, this is, I don't want to get into Rota Sator yet. How do you want to play with the letters? Well, it's very easy. If we're gonna make a word, we're gonna make a word with this. We take one of these, I put it over here, or wherever I move it, I can spell the word. Have you ever spelled rota sator backwards? Empora. Empora. Let me see where Empora is. EP. Here. E-P-O-R-A. Epora. How about this one? N-E-T-E-T. Netet, the head. Arapo. Arapo. Tassor, the taskmaster sator. Soros, or R-O. Start with this one. Go to this one, and then go back. Skip these two. First, S, Sor, Os. S-O-R-O-S. This one, a papa. He's a papa. Soros is a papa. A-P-O-A-P-O-P-A. A-P-O-P-A. He's a papa. He's a 50-50. And then it's the head papa. And then it's Arara. I don't know what this means. 919. The razor, the Taurus. Anyways, just playing around with that. Oh, yes, this was something. Oh, my God, I hope I can remember what this is. Yes, okay, I'm going to try and remember. Just look at this. Understand, it is 3 across creating 2 sides. Or this is the pole. This is the pole that goes through the center. I'm just trying to see which way to look at this design. Let me see that again. It is 4 areas around. Yes, I think that's what it was. It was divide this area up into 4, right? 2 of them happen to be right on the equator, let's say. So we create 4 areas, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we create 3 areas. So we create 3 areas, okay, of 8. Or we create 4 areas of 6. 4 by 6, 24. 3 by 8, 24. So we're showing you the polarity of our day. We're showing you that the 3 is polar of the 4 in the dice. This is created by numbers 2 and 4. Now, if we take out our numbers again, hold on a second. Let me put this up here. I seem to be talking over myself. I'm hoping. I'm just happy to get something done. Something done. Yeah, I wanted to show off this again. I want to show off this and this. Hold on a second. Okay, that's it. I just want to show off that and that. My God, eh? I gotta look for it over here. There's so many pieces of designs. There's also this, okay? This is Tesla. 936147, just like the calculator looks. Go in a row, 147, 369, 258. I'm only going to connect 6 of the 9. When you connect 6 of the 9, it looks distorted inside of this. Remember, if you create 1 point, that will be Mars. When there's 2 areas connected, that is Mars. When there's 1 area, when it's an odd number,
right? That will become Earth. One creates a perfect division between two sides. The other, there's the center. It's either this side of the center or this side of the center. You got to keep the heart. That's what these designs show between Earth and Mars. Mars, you can slice it right in half, but Earth, you cannot. So this would be Tesla. You can go 936 with 285. We're going to skip out the 147. And remember, 9, skip 2. Skip 2. It's always skipping 2 to create this. 9, skip the 1, 2, hit the 3, skip the 4, 5, get the 6, skip the 7, 8, get the 9. When we're doing this and we're skipping 9, skip 1, 2, fine. 3, skip 4. So I'm skipping one that is not connected, okay, and one that is connected when I'm connecting the 963 or the 147 or the 258. There's so many things because there's so much artwork, you know. This side of the street, that side of the street. Okay, so it's not in this book. I'm looking for something. I showed it to you a little bit earlier. When you add up 1 through 15, right, that'll be something to do with the moon, right? But the larger part, adding up 1 through 20, would be another thing to do with the moon. And the reverse numbers, 12, 21. They bring you to the 7th gate, both of them. One is through the dartboard, the other is through the pool table. Oh, man, woman, yeah, I'd like to go over this thing again. Man, woman, Aries, Jesus, the moon, sun, Christ, earth, the main design. Oh, and this thing on time. Wow, I don't know where the piece is. Just bear with me a minute. Bear with me. I know it's in here somewhere. I know I just did it. Okay, here it is. I just want to do this for a minute. Just want to do this math. Let's say 5 times 6. Okay, we're just going to do anything. 5 times 6, or 5 and 6 numbers together. Okay, 5 times 6 equals 30. 5 plus 6 equals to 11. The answer is going to be 3 and 2 to a single digit. We're going to go 3 over to 2 and 2 over to 3. And that one shows up in between two numbers. So that's 5 and 6. So now what are we going to get? So we're going to do that whole thing and we're going to scale out what our numbers do. Okay. You see 2 and 4 and 5 and 9 go right through here. So now we're going to have to find one with the 41, right? And you want to see something funny? That the total answer to this is 4 and 1. So we're going to go 1 over to 4 and 4 over to 1. And look at that. It goes straight on through. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. That's what that number does. So now what about 7 and 8? 7 times 8, 56, equals 11, equals to 2. 7 plus 8 is 15, equals to 6. So we have 2 and 6. So we go 6 onto the level of 2, and we go 6 onto the level of 2, and we connect, and 7 and 8 passes through number 4. So what happened? 7 and 8, the gateway, and 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, and 5 times 9, 5 plus 9, E and I all pass through 7. This passes through 4. This divides 3 and 4. So if I continue on with my numbers, it's just going to tell me a different story, you know. Now, my big question is do I start with 0 over here? That's my big question. And if I did 11, right? 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. So I'd end up with 1 over here
and 1 over here, and this would be in between the numbers. I don't know what it means, but even though it's in between the numbers, check where my extension goes to. So my question is, should I be starting from here, or do I have to start from the grid line? You see what happens? 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 1 is 3. What happened over here? This one was 3 and 2. Yeah, it was 3 and 2 and 4 and 1. So 3 and 2 and 4 and 1, is that 5, right? 3 and 2 and 4 and 1 is 5. And this one over here, how was this one created? Number 3 and 4. How was number 3 and 4 created? Wait, no, not number 3 and 4. It was, yeah, 4 and 3. How was that created? Okay, it was created over here. Three times 4, 3 plus 4 is 7 and 3. No. 4 and 1. Okay. 4 and 3. Where's 4 and 3? I want to find 4 and 3. Okay, well, anyways, 13. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. So we're going to go 4 to the 3, 3 to the 4. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go, and it's going to go all the way into 7. So 3 and 4 that we got here is 7. 3 and 2, that 4 and 1 that we got here is 5. 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 is 3. What can we do next? What mathematics can we do next? I want to get another number. 6 and 3. 6 times 3 equals to 18 equals to 9. 6 plus 3 equals to 9. So we're going to end up being over here, and we're not going anywhere. We're going absolutely nowhere with number 9. And I can't do, yeah, I can do 5 and 4 equals to 9 equals to 20 / 2. It'll be 9 and 2. So we're going to get 9 and 2 over here. And we're going to get 2 and 9 over here. And we're going to divide 5 and 6. That's what's going to happen. We're going to divide 5 and 6 over here. So if we draw the line down here, which is the same as the crown. Have you ever looked at the picture cards? There's a crown. This one would be the sun. Half in the sun, half from the other side, and in DC. So I believe we would be dragging this. See, the number ended up over here. The number that has to show up over here has to equate to 5 and 2 and 2 and 5 in order to create this situation over here. See the smaller and the smaller crown? I could have did it the other way. I could make the crown go the other way if I want, right? Might go the other way over here because it closes out with 9. So the crown will close somewhere down over here. And you notice it closed on the outside. Here, it closed in the center. Can I have closed it over here? What line goes over here? Well, what line goes for 7 and 2, right? 7 and 2 and 2 and 7. And then we'd end up with, and in order to get that, you need number 36 to create this. No, that would be a total of 27. But anyways, you need 2 and 7 to divide this to continue with the perfect line. So it's not me doing anything. It's the mathematics, and it's perfect. It's already been grid-like. It's been almost 2 hours. I know there's a little bit left. I know there's so many things all over the place. Here's just one little piece over here. Okay, so if we're looking at the 6 card, you have 3 here and 3 here. If you're looking at the 8 card, you have 3 here, 3 here, and you have in between the area spaces for the 8 card, here and here. If you're looking for the 9 card, it is the center over here, in which these numbers all change. The basic, if you're going to look at the card, because when you look at the card, the reality is forget about these numbers in the card. It's 1, 2, and when you flip over the card again, it's 1, 2. That's it. But anyways, I'm just doing this as a basic. H and I, H holding up the bricks, I separating them. Brick and mortar. It also says this will be a numeric value for Earth's Q. Also H and I creating 8 and 9. The reverse is 1 and 2. I'm just trying to see, is there anything basic? Oh, there's a bunch of things. What number 3 does? Multiplying and adding. Doesn't matter, I guess. Oh, I wanted to do this thing on time. And remember, the 8 movement. You know what the 8 movement means? Is we're coming back in time to discovery. Where we, the digital soldiers, we are the digital soldiers. What does that mean? We get on our computers, we study, we look, and the first thing we look up is, what does it mean to be logical? How do I think? If I'm going to have any understanding or any input into anything, what is my thinking like? Who can judge my thinking? How can I find the best information for thinking? Can I look up situations? I'll take out a situation. If one company comes out and says, hey, this is the way it is. 2 companies come out, this is the way it is. 3 companies come out, this is the way it is. 10 companies come out, this is the way it is. Now, the first thing you do is you look up the companies, who owns the companies, who manages the companies, and are they together, working together somewhere for them to be biased in the situation. All you need is one needle in the haystack to ruin the whole thing, to find the difference. And only one out of all the students in the class, only one. So when everybody thinks they're right because of what they heard and what they learned, they can all be wrong because of how they think, of how they logically, rationally think. Not because he said, she said, they did it. But is there more? To know that the word of our Lord, who has divided the fragmentation amongst us all and is shared amongst us all who can read and write and decipher between the 26 letters in the alphabet, for those who can play a game of cards, for those who can play games, for those who understand music, the vibration, for those who know anything about sports and times, for what reason was each game made, and how does each game fit into the grandeur of all creations towards the universe? What came out to make the game it is? 6 men and 6 men on the ice, 5 men and 1 in nets, rules and regulations. Time, ABC, 10, 20, 30 equals to 60. The other side of time is 40. 60 and 40 makes time whole. The open mouth of tack pans, it is 2 parts, 3 parts of 20 and 2 parts of 20. 3 parts of 20 is Earth, 2 parts of 20 is Mars. I've been going over the same thing. We see the same mathematical results. Our numbers are perfect. Our words in geometric shapes are what they are. They were given to us. And we have the answers. It's all defragmented and been put together through language and games, etc. How do you know the truth? Peace. Have a good night. Good night. Good night, Mighty Mouse. Vivre la Washington. Oop, my cat's outside. One sec. We can't end it without the cat, right? You know what the cat is? The cat is communication. The cat is number 4. The cat is communication. The cat is number 4. There are 4 parts of 20 equaling to 80.
Now, where's the 20? Because of Earth.
I'm not really sure which way to do it. But because of Earth, four times 20, 3 times 20, 2 times 20, 1 times 20. We have 80, and 20 is missing. Twenty, 20, 20, 20, 20. This is 80 and 10. It's shared. You can't use them all at the same time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. 15 times 4 equals to 60. 20 times 4 equals to 80. And that, to me, is the difference in time. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good night. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Welcome into the house of paint. Who art thou? Painted Picasso. Oh, and for the apes out there, just want to just show you. Let me see if I can get this, that door over there. GameStop, AMC, right there on the door. See it? Right there on the door. This is done, I don't know, 6, 8 months ago. At least, maybe a year ago. I don't know. Long time ago. Maybe 10 years ago. But anyways, have a good night. Have a good night.